Hey everybody, welcome back. Northernlion plays The Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. What can I say? We lost. And we lost because of my own hubris. But it was a fun loss, if that makes sense. I guess for now we can go back to our first save file. It's gonna be weird, because like I think the way that I'm gonna pivot the second save file back onto the first save file, and you should note that they're exactly the same. 0HKN, 6J6N. Like literally, well maybe not exactly the same, but they're very, very similar, except this one already has the Forgotten unlocked on it. Yeah, we'll leave like this. So for now, I'm kind of in this Isaac holding pattern, now that the streak is over, and, you know, I know we do still have some unlocks to do. Whew. I like them both. And you may disagree with me to a great degree on that one, but for me, this just goes to show you, like, how much, whoa, that came out of nowhere. Just goes to show you how much I like Mysterious Liquid now relative to how much I used to like it, which was not that much. But yeah, you know, ever since the booster pack has come out, I've been doing 2 Isaac videos a day, technically. It's really just 1 Isaac video a day because of the fact that, well, you know, I had like 30 in reserve. I was thinking for the near future, I might just keep that up, you know? I enjoy it. I enjoy Isaac. I play it as much for me as I do for you, and not just for the obvious, like, you know, fiscal reasons of it being a draw for my channel, but also because, like, I don't know, it's a daily meditation. I like routine. I'm a creature of habit, as I think many of us are. And I... Definitely give me Sackboy here. I enjoy, you know, knowing the way my day is gonna go. And always knowing, hey, you knock out 2 Isaacs, call me in the morning. Feels good. Dude, we're looking pretty cool with Sackboy here. I got a level with you. Help. So yeah, at least until, you know, mid-June or something like that, we'll roll 2 Isaacs a day. So if you've been enjoying 2 Isaacs a day, sweet. If you haven't been enjoying 2 Isaacs a day, why are you watching this video, you naysayer? Get out of here. We don't want what we welcome constructive criticism, but hating is slightly different. Constructive criticism comes from a place of good faith. Hating comes from a place of trying to tear something down. You can decide what part of the spectrum you want to be on. You can be in the Roseanne Barr section, or you can be in the, you know, 10th grade English teacher section. Unless your 10th grade English teacher was Roseanne, in which case, that's wild. Are you 100? That's not meant as an insult. I'm more impressed by the fact that my demographics keep stretching up and up into that lucrative octogenarian category. What? Okay, this room is wild. I would like to play you just for a moment here. And that's amazing. And I'm just gonna leave it at that for now, but knowing that there's... Really what this is a great opportunity for us to use bombs. Stop. Yes, hello. Okay, love you. We're unkillable from a Forgotten standpoint right now. As the soul, you know, anything can happen, but... I do also want to point out, 2 Isaacs a day, how are we going to do them? We're just going to play them both on this save file for now, I think. But if you have a compelling alternative, please feel free to let me know. I would love to hear what it is. We could start working on a 3rd save file, but that's, you know, it's like a lengthy project. It really is. Especially now that the booster pack has added a lot of content. It's like, I can't just say that I'm going to do it and be honest about it, because it really is like 400 hours of commitment. Now, it's nice because once you get, you know, 20 or 30 hours into it, you know, you got a to-do list that stretches out forever in front of you. But I'm not going to just say immediately, like, yeah, sure, 3rd save file. The other thing we could do is unlock the Forgotten on our 2nd save file, but then very, very quickly, like, there's not that much stuff specifically added in the booster pack, so we could do all the Forgotten stuff again, which would be fun. I think we're just gonna double up on Isaac content, which I know, kind of a bold decision in 2018. But still, you know, I am as God made me, sir. Now, let's continue moving onwards here. Now that we've gotten those administrative notes out of the way. And, well, I guess the last administrative note would be, why play as the Forgotten this time? Because, oh, I lost my deal with the Devil Chance. Of course. You fool. It's the streak hangover, basically. I play as whoever I want. Then tomorrow I come back with a fresh face, brand new, and I, you know, get down to business. To defeat the Huns or otherwise. Did not mean to become the soul right away. Whoa. Okay. Go ahead and smack him. We're okay to stand pretty close in front of him. Just gotta watch out for that one. Nothing wrong with that. Did beat the odds to get this deal with the devil, and it's a trash item, Brother Bobby, but at this point, the reason I take this is because it enables a sacrificial altar. Which I know is not really a major concern. But what can I say? I live on the mathematical fringes in Isaac. You know, I like these low percentage plays. I did go to the deal with the devil. Or, sorry, the item room on the last floor, didn't I? I might not have. I don't think I did. Brain, what's wrong? You're too busy talking about nonsense. To do the bare minimum here. I got distracted. Okay, we're coming back. I got that glycogen depleted brain right now. Gotta work through it. Something, dude, so as I've said many times, I'm not sure if I've bragged about this enough, but I'm riding my bicycle again. Have you heard of it? Here's my impression of motorist. Ooh. Whoops, I crashed into a bicyclist. Here's my impression of a cyclist. Could you get me an extra large helmet, please? I have a very large brain. Alright, so now that I've made fun of myself enough, I feel like I can come out here and we can start to have a conversation together that starts from a place of mutual respect. Ugh. Box of friends. At least we can double up on Brother Bobby once every 4 rooms. Phrasing. I'm not biking to lose weight, but I'm not gonna lie, it would be a nice side benefit. Right now, I'm attached to the idea that, you know, every week I can feel like a new part of my quadricep that never existed before. It's an exhilarating feeling. I'm like, I used to think this was just like a big cylinder. Turns out there's like, you know, other muscles in there that are now starting to come to pass. But I really think my tangential goal is not working out, because every time I come back from a long bike ride, I'm like, I have to eat like 1,400 calories for my brain to start functioning again. Like, I come back and Kate's like, how was the ride? And I was like, I don't know who you are. What are you doing in my apartment? And then I eat, you know, like 3 bananas, and I'm like, okay, I'm back. How's it going? I know that's not 1,400 calories, but, you know, it doesn't stop at the 3 bananas. Let's put it that way. I feel like I'm now biking to justify the post-biking feed. And then now the other benefit of it is that every time you eat something, even if it's bad for you, you can just be like, it's recovery, bro. You can, if the furnace is hot, you can throw anything in it and it'll burn up. I don't think that's, I've never heard a nutritionist say, if the furnace is hot enough, you can throw anything into it and it'll burn up, but, you know, I'm going to choose to believe that that's the way this works. Let's go check out our Skype group here. Okay. See if there's any information related to today's Northernlion Live Super Show. How's this run going so far? I feel like losing the first bone heart, wow, was embarrassing, but not really altogether that terrible in the whole scheme of things, because you can only have 6 HP as this guy anyway. We've gotten a lot of HP upgrades. We got 3 in a row, basically, as you can see back there. I would like to pick up one of those, like, killer synergies. Really, I'd like to pick up some damage, which we've been lacking a little bit. I'll peep it. Still a little light, rocking, basically default, quite literally default damage, okay. But a Tears upgrade. Actually, you know what? Slightly better than default damage because Mysterious Liquid, but, one of those items that's not necessarily... I mean, I love it. Would I have preferred parasitoid tears? I'll give you a maybe on this one. I might have preferred parasitoid tears if I knew what it did. No, I might have preferred parasitoid tears if it works with the bone. Because the thing is, the reason I took Mysterious Liquid is because it's a damage upgrade, and I thought maybe it might make for a creepy bone, which is an expression I don't enjoy saying any more than you enjoy hearing, but Parasitoid Tears is way better, I think, if you're just rocking your tears. But if you're rocking any form of melee, I think you'd prefer the raw damage for the most part. I got a great joke for you from 2010. How does Lady Gaga like your steak? Rah, 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 rah. Which, to be honest with you, is not a very good joke because when you think about it for 2 seconds, you're like, not too many people out there eating raw steak. I did go through a phase of my life. I think it's a very, it's a common thing for people to go through. Particularly anybody who becomes a little bit of a food snob. Or like a carnivore that is unabashed. You know, they believe that there's, like, discrimination against carnivores for some reason, and they're like, just, alright, give the cow a kiss on the lips, a smack on the butt, slice off a little fillet, and send it out to me. Let it kiss the frying pan, and then send it out to me. No more than that. I'm ordering my steak like it's an Eiffel 65 song. I want it blue, baby. And, you know, I was like that for a while. And to some extent, I still am. If I went to a steakhouse, like a nice steakhouse, because I'll eat a well-done steak at like a trash, let's not call it trash, at a casual restaurant for sure, I'll eat a well-done steak if they're like, you know, how you like it. I'm going to tell them medium rare, and if it comes out well done, I'm not going to cry about it. But at a nice steakhouse, yeah, I'll order even rare, honestly. But I think it's, there's like a weird arms race. It's like, you know, the same way some people like spicy food, and that's fine. I love spicy food, and there's nothing wrong with it. But some people are like, oh, how many drops of Satan's tears you got on that? Oh, you haven't even put a dab of the anal ripper on your chicken wing? Like, it becomes like a weird, like, substitute for manhood. I don't understand. Okay, there goes our deal with the devil chance again. It's like the same way, you know, people will look at you if you order like a medium well steak, they'll like shake their head. You are wasting that cut of beef. When it comes to eating steak, I'm a Buddhist. You gotta treat that cut with respect. If you order it anything more than medium, well, they always use like the King of the Hill quote, right? Dad, what if somebody wants their steak well done? We ask them politely yet firmly to leave. There's a weird, like... And I'm a carnivore, well, I'm an omnivore, I guess, but... You know, I eat meat. But there's a weird, like, meat-eater cult of carnivority. Doesn't really work at all. It's like, you always gotta one-up. Like, if you eat the rawest meat, that makes you the biggest man. But what's ironic is that I'm pretty sure, like, the intersection from people who, like, order their steak blue and the percentage of people that are like, raw fish, that's crazy, are, like, 1-to-1. Okay, we're almost dead. On the soul, at least. Dude, I've been eating so much fish. It's crazy. And this, again, it's not braggadocious. I just like fish. And I've always liked fish. I eat fish for breakfast now. Not a joke. It's smoked salmon, the most breakfasty of all the fish. But I'm fully about that fish lifestyle right now. I bought cream cheese that has fish in it. I looked at it and I said, that's gross. Cream cheese with chunks of fish inside of it? And then I bought it and I said, it's probably baller. And I also was like, it's the same price as the herb and garlic cream cheese. Why wouldn't I get the one that's got chunks of keta salmon inside of it? I'm all about that fish lifestyle. I'm really weirded out because, like, and this is just a series of rapid-fire culinary anecdotes, apparently. I'm weirded out because I cooked last night, and I used fresh dill. Since then, I've showered twice. My hands still smell like dill. It's freaking me out. I've never experienced this before in my life. I like it. I mean, dill is it's a nice smell. A little strong sometimes, but I like it. But yeah, I'm like, man, it's absurd. The potency of this dill, the absolute size of this smell. Let's do it again. The absolute scent of this herb. What a unit. This run's going all sorts of places right now, and I'm not sure if I like any of them. Never mind. It's the easiest win in human history. Range ups keep falling on my run, but that don't mean the viewers will be having fun. Missed an item room, so range ups keep falling on my head. Okay, now that we've pivoted a little bit, what do we have here? We got a lot of range ups, actually. Oh, that's what's going on. Is this Brimstone? Don't say, is this just fantasy, okay? I'm not going to insult Bohemian Rhapsody. I will say, you know, if I'm making enemies, you know what? I will insult Bohemian Rhapsody. I really like Queen. I like Queen probably less than the average fan of classic rock. But that doesn't mean I think Queen is a bad band. But, in my opinion, don't shoot the messenger. Remember, it's our diversity of opinions that makes us strong, okay? In my opinion, Bohemian Rhapsody is not one of the strongest Queen songs. You know, and I feel the same actually about a few of them. You know, Somebody to Love. Amazing song. Another One Bites the Dust. Great song. Killer Queen, of course. Fat Bottom Girls. Great song. We Will Rock You. Pretty much, and same with We Are the Champions. Pretty much only suitable for like middle school age sports tournaments. I'm re-rolling still. Like, if you listen to that for anything other than a pump-up song, I'm not going to say, like, what's wrong with you, but, like, what's wrong, you know. Let's keep moving on here. I'm trying to keep pace so we have a chance at boss rush if we get the right kind of permutations here. But Bohemian Rhapsody is one of those songs that, you know, if I never heard it again in my entire life, I wouldn't even notice. Like, it's like that, and Don't Stop Believin' by Journey just crushes me, dude. Like, it's not that it's a bad song. For a long time, I liked that song. And then it was everywhere. And it is so weird because it came out like 34 years ago. But, you know, I felt like there was like a 10-year period where I was like, Journey, any way you want it, you know? Great band. And then, for some reason, Don't Stop Believin', the nostalgia for it hit like record levels. Now every Canucks game in the third period, even if they're up like 5-1, they play Don't Stop Believin', and I'm like, you're just pumping the enemies up at this point. Everyone sings along with it, and I'm like, I'm not mad at your joy. I've just heard the song too much. It's been overplayed. As long as I'm, you know, slaughtering sacred cows here. Other classic rock pantheon songs, if I never heard again, it would be too soon. Bon Jovi's Wanted Dead or Alive, and Livin' on a Prayer, but especially Livin' on a Prayer. Hotel California. We're going there. Again, I don't think these are necessarily bad songs, just so horrifically overplayed as to render them not unlistenable, because that's, again, a little rude. A lot of people genuinely love these songs. Please, God, give me a reroll soon. But those are the ones where I'm like, stop. I think the one that offends people the most is Bohemian Rhapsody. And there's a place for Bohemian Rhapsody, okay? And first off, feel free to tell me to just frig off. Be like, I love that song. You can't tell me what to listen to. Of course not. I would never deign to. As long as you're listening to it with headphones. But it's just, you gotta admit, you probably heard it a few too many times, right? I think at karaoke, Bohemian Rhapsody, classic play, okay? But if I go over to your house and you're like, you want to listen to some music? And you put on Bohemian Rhapsody, I'd be like, really? Can you play me like tracks 2 through 17? I just want to experience something new. Not new, but not like the oldest trick in the book, I guess. Anyway. It's probably the most unpopular thing I've said on video. Beelzebub. 1 HP, but that means we're inching towards this Guppy transformation. Wait, this is 2 of hearts. We want it. So we have BFF. Incredibly great time for the adult transformation as well. We have BFF and also Blue Baby's only friend. So it might annoy you for a little bit, but that's the way we're going to tackle this floor because it's the best way for us to deal damage. We're adrift, and that's okay. We're not going to make it to boss rush, and that's okay too. Just keep yourself moving here. Stay cool. We don't need another pretty fly. If this is a full run reroll, it's a full run reroll, and I'm ready to go. It's not a full run reroll. I'm trying to think of like other... I mean, I'm a prodigious radio flipper. I have like 5 radio stations I listen to on the regular. And admittedly, like 3 of them are pretty much exactly the same programming, but sometimes they play something I don't want to hear, so I start flipping, you know? I'm not the kind of guy... I do feel like if you start listening to a song, if you say, okay, this is where we're gonna stay, you should stay there. You know, out of respect for your passengers, mostly. If you're driving alone, you can do whatever the heck you want. Ooh, this is an interesting one. No! That's not about Zane. That item is just trash. But I'll flip. If I don't like a song, I'll flip. And at this point, with classic rock, I feel justified. It's like someone who's decided that they don't like broccoli, you know? These songs have been out longer than I've been alive. I've heard them 100 times. I know what I like and what I don't. Every once in a while, you know, Kim Mitchell's Patio Lanterns comes on, and I'm like, I better give it a try. Maybe my palate's changed. Patio Lanterns. Nope. No, it is not. I don't need to hear this. No disrespect meant to Kim Mitchell, who has an absolute banger that makes no sense to me. Might as well go for a soda, nobody hurts, and nobody cries. I'm like, well, what is this? What is this? I see that you're Polyphemus, yes. Our rate of fire is 92. Oh, it's like anti-grav, Polyphemus, Eve's Mascara. This is weird. But I'm not going to re-roll it yet, because I think it's going to absolutely demolish the boss. I think it's like 2 hits. They keep getting hit. Terrible. They keep getting hit as well after the first shot comes in. But this is re-rollable just because it's actually... I don't think it's that good. I think the actual raw damage output is very poor. Flat stone has appeared in the basement. Hilariously, that's an unlock. Why is that hilarious? Oh, well, you don't like comedy? I shouldn't have to explain my joke. Thought I was dealing with a bunch of scholars here, but apparently not. Might as well go for a soda. You know what, and this is very anti-Canadian to say, or un-Canadian, because it's not like I'm saying, hey, screw Canada! I'll leave that to W. Brett Wilson, ha ha ha. But, the artist who I most can't stand is Bryan Adams. And I'm listening to these classic rock stations he plays all the time. Every single song. I hate him. Summer of '69. It's definitely overplayed to the point where I could put it in that, you know, Bohemian Rhapsody, Don't Stop Believing camp. No special bombs, huh? But then every other one is, you know, everything I do it for... Like, you can sniff a Bryan Adams song out probably 45 seconds before any words come out. Like, they all have this, like, weird 1986 style production where you're like, you know, this electric piano and then, like, a weird lilting electric guitar solo comes in over the top, and you're like, oh no, it's Bryan. Take my life. You're like, Bryan! Just relax, dude. It's okay. You know, again, if you're a Bryan Adams fan, don't shoot the messenger. I just don't like him. You're entitled to... If you like Bryan Adams, by all means. He's just like the #1 artist that I can't stand. Not as a person. I got no reason to assume that he's you know, a bad person. I don't like the products that he makes, and I don't like it enough that I refuse to call it art. Mostly just as a joke. If I ever met him, I'd shake his hand and I'd say congratulations on all your successes in life. If he said, what's your favorite Bryan Adams song, I would politely excuse myself from the conversation, because I was taught if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. I actually like this run a lot, which is why I'm hesitating on the reroll. Can't complain. Yeah, grab it, see what you got in here. Ooh, I don't necessarily think I want it, but we'll do it anyway and then see what we get here. It could be worse, could be better. Very, very few complaints. Mostly because the D4 can bail us out of just about any jam we find ourselves in. And when it comes to, like, you know, one of the 5 stations I flip between is top 40. There was a drop as soon as we entered that room. It's like an enemy died when we walked in, even though, what? This is actually amazing. See, sometimes there's like hidden gems, dude. As Bone Lord, it's pretty great. Certainly not complaining. As Shot Lord, it's real fun. Why am I playing as Bone Lord then? Well, because as fun as the projectile build is, the melee build is still raw, or stronger in a raw sense, is what I mean. And if you want to take a cue from the other room, you could just, you know, be gone. Fungi. Let's see what we got here. Now, I see some weird eyeball tears. Doesn't seem that strong. Oh, you know what? Let me out, please. That spun. Now we're rolling, dude. What is it, Ruka? I hear this cat meowing from the other room. This is like, my cats are more millennial than I am. They're biologically, like, programmed to eat pests for sustenance. Not just eat them, but, like, do some seriously, like, Far Cry villainous stuff with them. Like, just play with their bodies. And then drag them out in front of their owner with, like, the spine cracked in half, you know? They're real jerks, except they're cute. Like, if you're their prey, they're the worst. But if you, like, you know, control essentially their entire existence, they're just unbelievably personable balls of fur. These cats, there was a ladybug in our house. I know you're gonna say, ladybugs, don't kill ladybugs, they kill aphids, okay? We don't have any aphids in our apartment, we do have a ladybug. So you know what? Sorry, ladybug, I don't take any pleasure in it. Kate said, hey, there's a ladybug. I said, okay, I'll kill it. Because I used to ask, like, oh, you want me to kill it? He goes, you know, that's a living thing, right? Like, we could have been born as ladybugs. And then, you know, she was like, can I just be a man about it? And I was like, all right, you know what? That's a sacrifice I'll make. I'll be a man about this. So now I kill the bugs. But now, sometimes my cats notice that there's bugs, and they meow for me to kill the bug. It's like I've enabled their laziness. Like, they're so working against their own biological programming. They're like, we don't even kill bugs anymore. It's like when I was a teenager, my parents sometimes would be like, hey, could you mow the lawn today? And I'd hit them with all these, like, needlessly rational arguments. Why would I mow the lawn? It's not my lawn. I didn't choose to purchase the lawn. Why is it my responsibility? If I had my way, we would just pave over the lawn. So personally, okay, fine. You know, we'll pay a neighborhood kid $5 to do it. Enjoy your video game. So basically, I was a genius. And of course, the irony of the situation is that, you know, your parents, I won't say your parents, I'll say my parents. You know, they provided everything for me. Even still, as I've talked about many times, you know, when we go out to dinner, they pay for the dinner, even though I'm like, you're being ridiculous, let me, you know, support you. And they're like, well, you can support us when we're old. And I'm like, you guys, you're already old. I don't actually mean that, but I saw the punchline, and I had to take it. Oh. Anyway. I was like, no, you know, you paid into the pension plan. You're going to be all right. We'll let Medicare take care of that. I'm going to be very busy on the Cayman Islands or something. Anyway. Yeah, but you're like, I don't know. As a kid, I wish that, and I think my parents raised me very well, and I understand that what I'm about to say is unfair to them, and it's not that easy. And I don't have kids myself that I know of, so it's really rich, you know. People that don't have kids always talk about, like, well, if I had my kid, I wouldn't let him do that. I'm like, well, you can't even take care of your own life, much less somebody else's, you know. Anyway, I digress. Help me. But I wish they had been a little bit more hardline with forcing me to do chores and stuff like that, because I think it made me soft longer than it needed to. Like, I have a great work ethic now, and that is meant to be braggadocious, I suppose, except for the fact that it's, like, you know, toxic. But apart from that, it's sick as hell. And sorry, Google DeepMind language filter for the HE double hockey sticks there. I'm gonna take this and then re-roll the whole run. Weird run. Not bad. Except for 0.55 speed. This is gonna sound messed up. I have to go check on my cats because I just heard my front doorknob rattle. And I'm like, are they outside trying to get in? Hello? Hello? There's a Ruka. Alright, crisis averted. Let's go. Open it up. But yeah, you know, I think it enabled a certain sense of laziness as a kid. Now, it's good, you know, you gotta let kids be kids. Let them, you know... And again, I'm not a parent. Let them play soccer and, you know, believe in the true goodness of mankind and etc. and etc. But at the same time, I was always given this attitude like, well, I do all my homework, so I don't think I should have to do any more work. And that's a weird attitude to have. It's like being an adult and being like, I work 40 hours a week, why should I have to file my taxes? That's just more work. I don't understand, you know, there's other things that need to be done, you know, in order to manage a household. You gotta work, you know, whatever your hours are for the week. You also gotta buy groceries, which is why as an adult, sometimes buying groceries becomes like a leisurely thing. Like my parents, I remember they would always look forward, or at least from my perspective, it looked like they were looking forward to buying groceries. And I was like, why do you look forward to buying groceries? Like, it seems... Stop this! So I was like, why do you look forward to buying groceries? It's a chore. I don't understand why... And then you realize it's because they, you know, spend 40 hours or more at the office a week. And then, oh my god. You know, another few hours commuting to get to the office, also that, you know, one day they're going to be able to retire and also put food on the table for me. We got to re-roll this run. It's just it's a mess. So yeah, you know, I think it's good to get acclimated to stuff like that. You know, you gotta shovel the snow. You gotta buy the groceries. You gotta pay the power bill. And as a kid, you're not doing anything else anyway. At least I was. And I won't speak for everybody, but I was definitely like, you know, I could have learned another couple hundred skills with all the latent free time. I just think back, and this is like really, consider this a cautionary tale if you're on the younger side right now. I look back to, oh my god, we have soy milk. So I look back to all the time I spent bored as a kid, and it makes me so mad. Because I'm like, all the time where I was like, I don't really like what I'm doing right now, but I'm just gonna keep doing it and like not enjoying it that much. What is wrong with you? Go try something else new. Dude, I'm so bored of playing Halo 2 online. Guess I'll do it for another 8 hours. What a waste! Anyway, that's what being a kid is like. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.